Good afternoon. Welcome to my yoga class. I'm so happy to see you. If you could make sure that you have hopefully a couple of blocks, the yoga blocks, and your mat, a blanket, and a strap. It's okay if you don't have those items. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a scarf or a belt or a rope tie. And I'm going to have you come down to your mat, lie down on your back, bend your knees, take them a little bit wider than your hips, and then allow your knees to knock together, shoulders down your back. And just take a few moments to breathe. Settling in, letting go of everything that you did today. And let's go ahead and go into a counting breath. So I want you to breathe in a count of 3 and exhale a count of 3. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Do that again. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Now breathe in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do that again. Breathe in 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll do one more round. Let's see if we can go. Breathe in 6, exhale 6. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the breath. And then just do one more on your own. Breathing in 6. Exhale 6. And then release the breath. Take a moment to bring the hands at the heart center. Layer in an intention for this practice here. What brought you to your mat? Maybe you just need a little bit of time to yourself. Maybe you just want to move and stretch and do all the things, feel inspired, whatever it is for you. Breathe that in. And then let your hands go. Keeping the arms out, go ahead and start to move the legs from side to side, keeping the feet plugged into the floor, just wiggling it side to side. And then when your legs get to the right, leave them there. You can take this right foot onto your knee if you like, or just keep it down and then bring the opposite arm up. So you feel a stretch now through the left side of your body, all the way down through the front and through the knee. And just take a couple of breaths here. And do one more. And then bring the arm down. Bring the knees up and over and wiggle them side to side again. And let your legs fall to the left. Again, you can just keep them this way or set your foot on top of the knee. Either way. And then bring your arm up. And just breathe all down the side of your body, down the front of your knee. Nice breaths. And then bring your arm back down, bring the knees back up. And then heel toe in and go ahead and pull your knees into the chest. Just a couple more stretches just to get us ready for our flow this afternoon. It's such a beautiful day with the sun shining and it's warm. So many good things. Bring your right foot down, cross the other one, and let the foot hang off. So let the ankle come across. Start by just pushing on your thighs for a moment, opening up the hips. Breathe. And then release. Go ahead and feed through and pull in for thread the needle. If this is too much in your body, you can just set your foot down. Let's go ahead and move it a little bit side to side, encouraging that hip just to open up. And then pull it in gently. And release. And we'll switch sides. So again, we're going to take the opposite foot and let the ankle joint go past your thigh. Start by pushing on your legs just for a gentle moment here, feeling the thigh bone separate from the hip. And then release. Reach through that hole, pull in, relax this knee, take it side to side. So in our practice today, I want you to remember that you have choices. So if you practice having choices and for what's right in your body, hold here, pull it in, on your mat, then you're more apt to remind yourself that you have choices off your mat in your life. And even though it feels like we don't have choices with what's going on with the pandemic, you actually have quite a bit. You can walk outside, you can walk in your house, you can eat when you want, you can talk on the phone, you can Zoom, you can watch a movie, you can read a book, you could dance, listen to music. So there's lots of choices that we do have. We have to remember that. And I want you to think about that when you're practicing. Go ahead and bring the feet down. And we'll just take a twist before we get moving here. Arms out like a T. Scooch the hips over to one side. Let the knees drop over. So reminding ourselves that we have a choice helps us feel like we have our power back, that we have more control in our lives, and it helps with our stress level. Bring the knees back up, and then take it over to the other side. And then bring your legs back up. Scooch the hips back. Hug into the chest. Pull it in. Now you can roll to your side to come up or gently cross at the ankles. Maybe take a couple little yogi rolls, making sure that you land on the shoulders, not on your neck or your head. Come up on the last one and swing your legs around. Make sure you have access to your 2 blocks just in case you need them. I usually set them up at the top of my mat. And then just check your surroundings. Like I have a wall right here. Just kind of make sure that you're not going to kick anything. You have full space on your mat. Inhale, shoot your chest forward. Exhale, round and scoop. Moving through cow and cat. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, round it up. One more. Reach it forward and round it out. And I'll come back into child's pose for a moment. Fold the elbows. Just rest a second here. This pose, child's pose, is an exercise of strength to know when you need to rest. And in my yoga training, we joke around and we call child's pose warrior 4. Because it takes a lot of strength to know when you need to take a break. So as we're moving today, if maybe you did a lot of yard work and your arms are screaming and you need to take a little break, then come into child's pose. Let it be your best friend today. Extend your arms out long now, getting the forearms off the mat. Fingers spread wide, and make sure that you are seeing the wrists in line with the elbow and the shoulders. Press with the fingers, shift forward, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Start to pedal out your legs, alternating your knee bend. Good. And then hold steady. And don't worry about having the heels down. Instead, think about making this upside down V with your body, hollowing out the belly. Take a nice full breath here. And exhale out. Shift your body to an upright push-up. So here, you want to again make sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders. This is the distance your hands and feet should be for down dog. So lift from the center of the body back up into dog pose. But don't get your hands and feet closer together. We want to have length in our back. That's it. You got it. Come back to plank. Inhale, strong thighs. So a choice would be maybe you set the knees down if that's better in your body. And then you come back into your down dog. Let's take one more. Shift to plank, to down dog. And this time, shift to plank. Everybody, set your knees down. Lower down to the floor. Slide the hands out so that they're next to your chest. And inhale, come up, cobra. And bring it right back down. Inhale, cobra. Press the tops of the feet down. Bring it right back down. One more. Cobra. And then pop your hands up off the floor. Because cobra, you don't use your arms. The thighs are strong. Your thigh bones are actually lifting up towards the ceiling. Tailbone reaches down. Make your body long. And release. For this round, tuck the toes. Push to your knees. And then into your dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. On an exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Round your belly. Bring it right back out. Shift it forward. So if this is too much, you could always set your left knee on the floor. Shift it forward, hold, and set your foot down. Drop the back knee down, root to rise, lift up. Anjaliasana, nice and tall. Grab onto the left forearm and reach over to a little side bend here. If you're struggling with your balance, tuck the toes of the back foot. Come right back up, lift tall, and now open with this right arm and twist over that top leg. Keep breathing. And then bring it right back up. Set the hands down. Scoot your foot back, knees down on the floor, press up, downward facing dog. Lift up the left leg. Shift forward, knee to nose, round. So if you need to, you can put your right knee on the floor. Bring it back. Bring it in. Bring it out. Bring it in and hold. Set your foot down. Set your back knee down. Now if your foot didn't get there, just give it a little tug. Root to rise. Anjaliasana. Hold on to the right forearm and bend towards that front leg. Side stretch here. And then bring it back up. Reach up. Reach that left arm back and twist. And now keep reaching. And then windmill the arms back down. This time, tuck the toes and either go to down dog or child's pose or come to plank. And hold here, nice and strong. Shift forward. Drop the knees if you need to, lower to the belly. Top to the feet down, slide your hands behind you. Interlace, steer your bum down, lift the shoulder heads, lift the chest, but your ribs are still on the floor, if that makes any sense. Drop your chin in. You're stretching out the chest. Good, release, set your head down. See if you can move your fingers around, opposite interlace. Turn your head back to center, lift the shoulders, keep the rib cage on the floor, and just the upper part of your chest lifts. Tops of the feet press firm into the floor. Shoulder heads lift, dip the chin in just a little bit. And release. Rest for a moment. And then take the hands down next to the body. Tuck the toes. Use knees for support if you need to. Otherwise, to plank, to down dog. And just take a few more rounds of breath here. So when we begin our flow, we're going to go through sun salute in a moment. We always end up in down dog. So if you don't want to do all of the planking and chaturangas, you could come here or you could come to child's pose. Lots of choices, right? That's the word of the day, choices. Lift your heels, bend your knees, send your body forward. Come halfway up. Fold into the self. And now press down, reach up. Palms in. Surya Namaskara A, Sun A. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, elongate. On an exhale, bend the knees, step back one leg at a time. Come to your plank. This is where you make that choice. Maybe you go to down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, maybe we shift forward. You could lower halfway and then over the toes for the up dog. You could do belly to cobra and then down dog. We're always going to meet here. This is the ending position, always. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. I'm going to let you know a secret here. If you're struggling walking forward, so go ahead and walk forward if that's your thing. You could walk your hands and feet together and then kind of come up. That's a little cheat there. And fold, press down and rise. Two more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow down. Extend the heart. Bend the knee, step back one leg at a time. Again, you can go to down dog, child's pose, or run any vinyasa, the bottom part of the sun A, that serves you, your choice. Doesn't have to be the same every single time. Lift the heels, bend the knees, make your way forward. We're heating up the body. Grow, fold, press down, reach up, all the way up. Palms into the heart. One more. Lift. Fold. Reach your heart. Bend the knees. Step back. Make your decision. Make your choice. What works for you in this moment? Holding our dog pose. For my friends in child pose, if you want, you can either come to all fours, like so, or join us in down dog, your choice. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, shift forward. Turn your knee, boom, and then back to center and back out. Set your foot down. Try that with the other side. Lift the leg up, shift it forward, turn it, bring it back, and bring it back and down. Awesome. Switch legs, lift it up, shift it forward, hold, give that little twist, a little bit of core work here. Bring it back, and this time hold, lift higher, and now set your foot down. Good. Keep that back leg up if you can. If not, take it down. Right hand stays down on the floor on a block, twist. And then bring the arm over the head. Draw your shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep making sure that front knee is over the ankle. And bring the arm back up. Spin it back. Step back. Down dog. Opposite leg. Lift it up. Shift forward. Give me that little twist. Bring it back. Set your foot down. Good, you can keep this back knee up or set it down. Come into that twist. Stack your arms. So this front hip is drawing back. So the left hip draws back, the right hip draws forward. Your knee is going straight. So it's like this leg is against like cement. And you reach your arm overhead if you can, rolling just the ribs, not your back. Keep pressing that back thigh up. Reach through the heel. And then release. Step back, down dog. Excellent. You might stay here, you might rest, or run a flow. Any version. Belly to cobra, chaturanga to up dog. You can use your knees. Hold in the dog. Adding on. Lift the right leg. Shift forward, scoop it up. Turn, twist. Bring it back. Set your foot down. This time, everybody set the back knee down, uncurl the toes. Lift up. And now, twist again. Here's your challenge. You can stay with the knee on the floor or see if you can graduate the body up to a crescent twist. Now, lower down back to the floor and then flip the twist up. And then windmill the arms down. Step back, either down dog or run your flow. Being mindful. Hold here for a few breaths. Good times. Opposite leg's gonna lift. We're gonna shift it forward. Take the twist. Bring it back. Set your foot down. Set the back knee down. Lift to rise. Windmill around and twist. You might stay here. You might tuck the toes and come up twisting crescent lunge. You got it. My knee is nice and straight. My thigh is not poking out. Butt is drawing back. Now lower down slow and reverse the twist. And then unwind the arms. Step it back, run your flow. Excellent. We're gonna add on, yay! We're gonna add on wild thing. Lifting up the leg, shift forward, bring the knee forward. Turn your foot to the side, kick your leg out. Now, keep your shoulders square for a moment and the legs and a twist. You might just stay here. You might have gone back to down dog. Or you might pick up the left hand. It's a variation on wild thing where it's more like a split plank. You've got it. Hold. And then turn it, bend your knee, and now set your foot down. Oh, back knee down. Lift up. Don't worry, we're almost done with this series and we'll go on to something else. Twist, tuck, lift. Bring it back down. Release, reverse. Windmill down. Your version of vinyasa, even if that's child pose. Remember, child's pose is like a warrior 4. Lots of strength there. Again, we meet at home base and down dog. Couple breaths. We just have to finish this series. Left leg lifts up. Shift it forward. Turn it. Kick your leg out. This might be all you do. The back leg is on the instep and my shoulders are square. This might be enough. Or you might open the twist. One more breath. And then bring it back. Pull the knee up. Push it forward. Set your knee down. Lift up. Windmill into that twist. Tuck the toes. Lift up. Back down. Reverse. And windmill it down. You did that series. Step back. Slow. Hold your dog for a few breaths. Let it all go. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. This time, walk your hands and feet towards each other and turn to the long edge of your mat. Fold and hold. Press down and rise. Palms in. So I asked you to get a couple blocks. So we're going to take these 2 blocks now and have them here. Okay? We're going to start out first with Warrior 2. So you're going to open up. And what I want you to do is turn your left foot in and then bend your knee and turn the right foot out. Front heel to back arch, hips at a diagonal, chest is here. So this pose is really wide and you're trying to get your leg nice and deep. And again, imagine that this thigh is against the wall. Hold the arms out. Now inhale, straighten. Exhale, bring it in. In a moment here, we're going to come into what we call a dancer's warrior. And that means we just link in a few poses. So we're going to start here. We come into Warrior 2. Reverse the warrior. And then straighten your leg and shift into triangle pose. Good. Warrior 2. So we only spend a few moments in each pose. Reverse. And then right into your triangle pose. Again. Warrior 2. Reverse. Triangle. And let's do this 3 more, even if your timing is different than mine. Warrior 2. Reverse. Straight legs. Triangle. 2 more. Warrior 2. Reverse. Triangle. Last one. Warrior 2. Reverse. Triangle. Warrior 2 and hold. Windmill your arms down. Pivot your back foot. Maybe you run a vinyasa. Maybe you go into down dog. From the down dog, we walk our hands and feet together back to the middle of our mat and just rotate the body. Hold the fold. Press down and rise. There's different ways to flow. Palms in. Opening up. So I want you to start now with this right leg first. Pick the heel up, spin the hip in, bend the knee, turn the opposite leg. So now we have front heel to back arch. Draw the hips in, turn the chest forward. Inhale, lift up and straighten, and bend. 2 more, just warming up this hip. Getting as low as you can without pain. Let's do 1 more. Good. And now, dancer. So, Warrior 2, reverse warrior, triangle. So it's called the dancer's warrior. Again, Warrior 2, reverse your warrior. Now into triangle. Again, Warrior 2, reverse, and triangle. 3 more. Warrior 2, reverse, triangle. 2 more. Warrior 2, reverse, triangle. 1 more. Warrior 2, reverse, triangle. Warrior 2, hold. Now think about the choice you want. Maybe you just want to turn your feet and step to the front of the mat Maybe you want a vinyasa. You choose and go. You do you. Wherever you end up. And then lift the heels, bend the knees, make your hands and feet come together. Spin it once more, and then hold your fold for a moment. I'm just checking everything on the computer real quick. Everything is looking good. And come on up. All right, one more little series with the warrior two. You're going to use your block, so make sure it's out there ready for you. We're going to open up, taking the dancer's warrior, adding the one more element, which is your half moon pose. Turn the back foot, turn the front. Hips are diagonal, shoulders here. So set up as warrior two. Good. Reverse the warrior. Take it into triangle. Bring the hand to the hip. We're going to practice half moon here. Using your block, I like to be on the highest setting. Looking down, you're going to bend that front knee, hop the back foot in, reach your block out, and come into half moon. You could look down. You could lift your arm up. You could turn your head to the side. I like to look down. Then what you'll do is you bring your hand to your hip, bend your knee, take the block with you, set it down on the way as you pass back into warrior two. So we're going to flow through that twice. Yay! Warrior two, reverse, triangle pose. Now you can have this hand up or at your hip, back foot in, push off, half moon. Bend that standing leg, take the block with you, stick the landing, warrior two. Find your footing. Reverse the warrior one more time. Triangle. And you don't have to go into half moon, you can stay here. We're going to come back, right? Bend the knee, hop it, half moon. Bend your knee, take the block with you, warrior two. Decisions. Cartwheel the arms down, decide where you want to go. Maybe you stayed at the middle of the mat and did mountain. Choose accordingly. We're going to pick each other up, I promise. We lift the heels, bend the knees, walk the hands and feet to meet each other. Turn the body around again. And press down to rise. Palms in. So make sure this block is handy for you. And I'm actually going to move a little bit because I have a wall on this side. So I know I'm off center, but I'm going to move a little bit. Open the legs. You're going to bend your knee. Bend the opposite. Hips are diagonal. And they stay this way the whole time. Shoulders here, arms out. That's it. Warrior two. All right, reverse it once. Triangle. And we're going to go ahead and practice that half moon on this side. So bring the hand down, look down, bend your knee, pop it, and push off into that half moon. Maybe bring the arm up. Bend the knee, step back, bring the block back with you. Find that warrior two. So I need a little more space. I'm going to back up more. All right, here we go. Dancer's warrior with half moon. Warrior two, reverse. Triangle pose. Look down, bend that front knee, hop it in, half moon. Bend your knee, step back, find your warrior two, settle in. Reverse. Triangle. Look down, grab your block, hop it in, half moon. So remember, you've got to take this block back with you so you have it, warrior two. One more, reverse. Triangle. Look down, grab that block, half moon. And bring it back. Warrior two. Excellent. Vinyasa of your choice. Cartwheel down. Rest or flow. Walk the hands and feet to meet the middle. Turn it around. And rise. So good. So good. We're almost to some stretching. One more little series here. I want you to take your block. I need to do a little check here. Okay. So I'm actually going to move just a little bit forward. Sorry if I'm out of the camera range, but you'll see what I mean. You're going to set your block right down next to your foot. Okay? My hips now are going to be square. We're going from eagle into flying eagle. Flying eagle is just a warrior 3, so we'll practice that first before we do the bind. And basically warrior 3 is bringing your leg behind you. And just kind of test that out. Okay? That's what the warrior 3 is. Okay, let's put it together. Bend the knees. Bring this leg, take it over for eagle legs. Belly in and sit like you're doing a squat. Take the arms out. Take the left arm underneath the right for eagle arms. If this is too much, come to prayer hands. Now you're going to bow, bring your elbows past your knees, and then scoop your belly up and in. Squeeze your thighs. Reach your heart forward. You only have to go through this series once on each side. Yay! Now, from here, lift the torso. Can you unbind your legs? Find that warrior 3. Keep reaching your heart. Open the wings. And release. Shake it out. That was awesome. Take your block now, move it over to the opposite side. The block is there so that you can squat with your knees going in the correct direction. There's a lot of times where they'll take this foot and they'll like wrap it around. I don't like that because it puts strain on the knee and the ankle. So, and also it's hard to undo your foot fast enough if you lose your balance. Bend the knees, take this leg, cross it over, sit down. My hip points are going forward. Takes a moment to adjust into it. Arms out. Bring the opposite arm underneath. Remember, prayer arms are an option. Lower the whole body down into that squat and bow forward, and now hollow out the lower belly and hold eagle. Breathe. Squeeze your thighs. Now bring the torso up a bit, scoop the belly, and try to unwind your leg into that flying eagle. Spread the wings and release and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward bend, let it go. Go ahead and move your block away for a moment and turn and walk yourself into a down dog. You can rest in child's pose if you prefer, or you can take one final yummy vinyasa of your choice. Maybe slow and deliberate. Everybody down to child's pose or warrior 4. Rest the arms. Come on up. If your knees are sensitive, you might want to pad them for this. We're going to be coming into a stretch here. Kind of like what we did in the beginning. So the blocks are up at the front of the mat. Let's take the right leg forward. We'll bring the right leg forward and gently press the hips forward. This might be just fine in your body. You might rather rest your arm here. You could have your blocks higher. Those of you who want to move on a little bit, you would grab your back foot with your left arm. So same arm to same leg. So the way this works is if you come up, reach around like we did in that twist, grab your ankle, and then lift your arm. If that's too much, go out the way you came. Release your foot, pivot the body, now shift back, holding half split. You're gonna draw your toes back and take your foot forward and reach back with your hips. If you don't need the blocks, you can just push them aside. They're just there in case you need them. Draw your toes back. And we're gonna hold this for a few moments. Your back toes can be relaxed or flexed if you feel like you need that level of balance. And the hips are drawing back as your chest draws forward and your toes draw back. So many years ago, I had a woman, first time take my class, and I was using props. And she's like, I don't use props for yoga. That's how she said it. And I said, okay, that's fine. You don't need to, but maybe I can show you a couple things and you can change your mind if you want to. So finally, I convinced her to try a couple of poses. And then she loved them and bought all the props. And the next day she came to class, she had everything with her. It was crazy. And she goes, I never knew my yoga practice would be so good with these props. And they just create space. It's not a crutch. Release. And then bring your leg back. Rest a moment. And it took me a while to understand that. It was in my training, I was very confused by the props because I had never used them. And so to try and use them and teach with them was a whole new animal for me. But then I became to love them because I was able to get deeper into the poses, work harder, and have more space. So it was a wonderful finding. I hope you feel the same way. Second side, take the opposite leg, bring it forward. So if this is really tight, you're better off here. You could just be here. It's the back leg that you're stretching, okay? So the right leg right now. It's gonna be your choice if you wanna grab your foot. I'm doing same arm to same leg because I feel like it's a bit kinder. There is the way to do it the opposite, but I'm doing same arm to same leg today. We're gonna reach this arm back, find your foot, and then lift your arm. And so we've done this shape a couple times today. Just breathe. Bring the arm down, let the foot go. Turn the body back if that's a bit of a twist. Shift back. Take your hands and bring your foot forward. One of the cool things with the props is it helps you understand sometimes the difference between the two sides of your body. Like, I don't need to be this high, I need to be a little bit lower for this leg. And then after holding a few moments, I actually get rid of them as my body opens more. So it's like a transitional piece. And if you're at home and you don't have these, you could use a book, you could use soup cans. I haven't thought of anything else. So reach your heart forward, draw your hips back. So it's not about bringing the knee to the nose. That's a different pose. I'm wanting you to lengthen your back. The more you lengthen the back, the more you're going to get into the hamstrings here. Draw your toesies back. 2 more breaths. Good. And release. Bring your leg back and rest. And we're going to come up. We're going to take one bridge pose, and then we're going to come into some seated bends, and we'll be done. So, lying back, and yes, I'm going to end you sitting up today because we started lying down. So lie back down. We'll take bridge the normal way. Arms are down by your side. Press the shoulders back. Now, what I want you to do is think about the backs of the arms coming down. So today we did a lot of twisting poses, and a back bend will help counterbalance that. In other words, bring the spine back into neutral. So press the shoulders down, steer the tailbone towards the backs of the heels, and lift up. Lift the chest. Now roll your shoulders under. And now, if you want to, grab your fingers, interlace, and hold. You can hold onto a strap if you want to. Press the shoulders down. Lift the chest up. Steer your butt towards your heels. Careful not to have any pressure in the lower back. Make sure your knees are staying forward. Now, I want you to try something different today. Release your fingers. Don't worry, you're going to get a second one in. Lift your heels and then lower down. And take your shoulders out. What that does is it releases the knee and the low back so that you don't strain on the way down. One more, and when we interlace, you're going to try and go the opposite way. Press the backs of the shoulders down. Steer your tailbone towards the backs of your heels and lift up. Roll your shoulders under. Find the opposite interlace. And you're actually bringing the chin and chest together a little bit. If you can't reach your fingers, you could take robot arms instead. 2 more nice long breaths. In and out. Good. Undo the fingers. Lift the heels. And then bring the shoulders out. Rest. Knock your knees together for just a moment. Hands at the belly and one hand at the heart. And just settle into the space. Switch the hands, so opposites on the belly, opposite on the chest. Slowing everything down. Good. Release. And then heel toe in, hug your knees in. We're going to come and finish with a seated hip opener and get into a meditative kind of state. So just a different way. It's a little bit of a yin flavor if you're familiar with that. You can rock up or roll to your side and then come towards the front here. So bring your blocks out so you have them just in case. This is another one of those examples that you might start with it and then maybe you don't need it anymore afterwards. You can start just with the legs crossed and just come forward if that's best in your body. Or you're going to take your left knee on top of the right and have your feet out to the side. This is Gomukhasana legs, cow face legs. And this is a hip opener now for this hip right here. My pelvis is square, shoulders up. I'm going to inhale, lift up. And then exhale, forward. So maybe you need to have your blocks right here and this is enough. Or lower. You know, kind of play around a little bit. See if you can bring your chest past your knees a little bit. Drop, maybe rest the chin on your knees. We're going to hold here for about a minute. Just allow yourself to be in the space. Remembering our choices in this posture. If it's uncomfortable, change it. Can you find a space of stillness? A Shavasana state of mind? If it helps, you can come back to the breath that we did in the beginning, maybe counting your inhale and exhale, any number that resonates with you. And now slowly come out of the posture. I like to actually kind of lean back, take my legs out for a moment, straighten them, and shake them out. You should be able to get into, hopefully, a yummy, blissful kind of state with this. And we'll take the opposite leg now. Again, if the hip opener is too much, maybe one side is too much, you can't stack your knees, come back to just crossing at the shins. Make sure your bum is on the floor. Inhale, lift up. And then come forward. Any amount that's comfortable for you. Maybe try to rest your chin on your knee. Maybe walk your arms even more forward. Just allow yourself to rest and let go. Feeling the nervous system calming down. Inviting the ease in the body, the spaciousness we created. And slowly, carefully, start to make your way out. Move the blocks aside. Take the legs out. Make a little V here. Wiggle it out. We'll take one more fold into the self. Feel free to take it with a straight leg. Or my favorite way is baby turtle. I like to bring my knees in and I like to bring my elbows. And just bow my head for a moment. Taking my thumbs to the forehead. Signaling for the mind to turn off a little bit more. And coming out of the posture, coming to your seated pose. Sitting with a nice, tall spine. Crown of the head reaches skyward, tailbone reaches down. Take a moment to observe the space in the body. And join the palms together at the heart. We pause a moment and take in the knowledge that we always have a choice on and off our mats. Take a moment to bow the chin, feeling gratitude for our time together. And the light in me honors and recognizes the light that is in you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. And I hope you had a wonderful yoga practice. I so look forward to seeing you the next time, and have a great day.